Well, that was terrifying. So that Black Dragon's task is over. I had 10 Black Dragons to kill. Tried going KBD, absolutely packed, hopped like 20 worlds to try and find a free world. And when I found a free world, there'd be people logging in left and right because they're hopping to try and find their own free world. And sometimes they would end up, unintentionally damaging the dragon or intentionally damaging it. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Completely packed. Black dragons, brutal black dragons as well, completely packed as well. So in future, I'm just going to be killing black dragons at like either the Gnome Stronghold Slayer Cave, because I think there's some in there. If there's not any in there, then I'll probably kill them at Xanaris. I'll probably kill them at Xanaris anyway, that little cave that requires raw chicken or whatever to get into, because everywhere else is actually crazy packed. Oh, hello there, Mr. Superior Choke Devil. I've never killed a Choke Devil before. That is awesome. Bam. Yes, so I have 750 reward points now, and I can get the Grand Herb Sack. Let's check the info on this. The Herb Sack has the ability to store up to 30 of each major Grammy herb, requires 58 herb lore to use, costs 750 points each. I am absolutely getting one of those. I have no Slayer points remaining. I've got a Gargoyles task now though, so I'm happy with the task I've got. Won't be able to cancel one for a while if I'm not. But this is amazing. This herb sack is going to be so helpful. I'm super glad to have finally gotten this. One important thing that I need to remember is that if I die, then all herbs in the sack are going to drop onto the ground. And if I have a lot of herbs in this herb sack, then they're all going to drop on top of each other. And if the list of items is really long and as it runs out of room, then it will start removing items automatically. They'll just disappear completely from the game. That shouldn't be an issue at all though. Like I don't see any reason that I'm going to die with it full of herbs or something like that. I would be more worried about losing the herb sack than anything else. And I'm sure I will get a huge amount of value in terms of herb lore experience from this, because I need to get to level 93 Slayer for all the elite diaries to be completed. I need to kill a smoke devil, so I'm going to be using this a lot. I gave Watson an easy, hard, and elite clue in preparation for when I finish the current master clue I have in my bank, so I can just go grab another one. I just need to get a medium clue. This is another hard I got since then, and that is average. Yeah, 79 Slayer. Oh, I didn't even get to see what I unlock at 79 Slayer. Well, I don't unlock anything, I don't think, so yeah, that is cool though. One more level, and in theory, I could kill an Abyssal Demon. And I could get a whip. But I think I'm just going to keep going until I'm like 83 or something. Or by the time I'm like, oh my gosh, I should go try killing an Abbey Demon. That might happen pretty quickly though. Like, getting a whip myself in this game would be unbelievable. And I'm very close to being able to do it. So I'm kind of pretty hyped. Hard clue from Gargoyles. Oh, the Zami page 4. Lovely. Don't mind a unique. Hopefully it is a unique that I have not got before. Zami 3, Zami 4. Rip. Second Zami 4. And that is 89 strength. Clearing through my bank a little bit, and I was just getting rid of some scarecrows I had in my bank. I didn't realize if you dropped it, it like appears standing up as if you placed it in a farming plot. So that's kind of cool. Never knew about that. What a way to get my 88 magic. Just teleported to Falador. At the moment, I'm just collecting some herb lore secondaries. I'm just going to make some of the unfinished potions into potions in my bank because they're taking up a bit of space. And it would also be nice to have a few more potions before continuing on with the Slayer. 70 herb lore. That is sick. I now have only 3 skills under level 70, all of which I could get up relatively quickly. Did I really just do that? Oh my gosh. Am I actually retarded? I think this current moment in time is the most annoyed I've ever been at anything in my RuneScape career. So including RuneScape before Old School RuneScape, as well as all my time spent on Old School RuneScape. I think my previous most annoyed moment in any of that was losing my Graceful in an instanced area while killing the snake boss in, I think it was the Royal Trouble quest. I've still got this empty box here as a reminder for that. That was heartbreaking, but not as heartbreaking as what has happened, which is not only the most terrible way to lose anything in the game, but it's just so embarrassingly bad that it's just very annoying. But additionally to that, the item that I lost is an item that I probably won't get again because it's so RNG dependent. So as you just witnessed, I died doing temple trekking. So nigh on impossible to die doing that. I could teleport out, but because I'm an idiot and I'm so used to, being able to collect all my items on death and all of that, I died in an instanced area of temple trekking. I even went back and did a whole bunch of treks to get into the same area to see if my items were there, but I do believe it's instanced because I did get that same room with the snails again, and I didn't find my items there. I didn't find it at the entrance at the very start of the minigame. I didn't find it at the end. So I ended up losing my trimmed Amulet of Glory. Now, fortunately, because I have a rigged account and I don't know, just to annoy people as much as possible, I guess, I have had 2 Amulet of Glory trimmed, so I haven't even bothered to get the 75 crafting or 80 crafting to make my own glories. And I've been so happy about this, and I was so happy about getting my placeholder, and it was so damn good, because you know what I'd do, is when I'd do a Slayer task, I'd go bang bang, grab my glory, grab my Barrow's gloves, but now look what happens, there's no placeholder there, and I'm not a huge fan of setting this placeholder because, I don't know, it gets annoying. Maybe I'm going to start doing that now because it's too annoying that I've died and lost it, but that is absolutely heartbreaking. I can't believe that. I can't believe that I died to snails. The reason I got so destroyed by snails was because I didn't have a snail, and my idea was I'd just try killing one of the snails and then craft a snail with the snail shell drop and I would be all good. But yeah, I was an idiot and I just died because I tried eating swordfish and I didn't realize how much damage would get comboed on me. I didn't teleport out because I'm an idiot. I did actually select the dual arena teleport right at the end there, but I didn't manage to do it in time. I feel like I've received a solid punishment for being an absolute noob and dying the way I did and losing my amazing item. And I also just like to take the time to apologize to my valuable viewers, to any of you who are Ironman who have made the grind of getting that crafting level so that you can get your own glory. You haven't had the RNG that I've had across my many adventures on this account, and you see me get an item such as a trimmed Amulet of Glory, which isn't that great. I mean, it's good, but it's not that great. But still, it's a very nice item, and then losing it in the worst possible way. It's such a bad, embarrassing way to have lost that item. Moving on from that tragedy, I've just imbued my Salve Amulet E to a Salve Amulet EI, and I also completed an elite task in the Arty area doing that. So now that I have this, I have an extra 5% damage and accuracy in ranged and magic against undead creatures, whereas my Slayer Helm is actually less than that, it's 15%. This doesn't stack though, by the way. However, it does stack with Void, so I could use my Void Mage to burst my Anku task, which is what I'm planning on doing, with the Salve Amulet EI, and I'm going to be getting a plus 30% accuracy boost from the Magic Void set, as well as the plus 20% towards magic attack and accuracy. So I'm going to have like a plus 50% accuracy bonus against Anku, which is crazy. Like this bonus is ridiculous. I don't need it at all against Anku either, so yeah, this is going to be cool to try out. And it's also going to be useful if I ever get a blowpipe and I'm doing Barrow's kill count, because then I can use a blowpipe to kill the skeletons. It's slightly faster or whatever than if I was using melee. And just in case you're wondering, this is the elite task I just unlocked in the RD area. Imbue a Salve Amulet in Nightmare Zone or equip an imbued Salve Amulet. So I needed to do that anyway, and it's just a useful item to have. Another elite clue from Steel Dragons. That is fantastic. I will hold on to this for yet another master clue after I finish the current one I'm on and the one after that. So hopefully we'll have 3 master clues in a row. Just got assigned a Steel Dragons task. I've only got 223 death runes. I've been using Ivan's Blast to kill the Steel Dragons. I think that's an okay method. I'm going to keep using that method. However, I do need more death runes. So I think I'm going to have to go back to Barrows and get more of those. I'd also love some more in case I get another Dagonos task. I really want to get that Archer's Ring. That would be so good. So I am going to have to do more Barrows. However, this time I'm going to try it out with some Barrows tabs. I've never made any Barrows tabs before. I'm not sure how hard it is. I'm not sure if I'll try and then give up and just go back to how I was killing them before. But I'm going to try making some Barrows tabs for a bit now, and then I will go do Barrows, get death runes, hopefully maybe between 5 and 10k, I don't know how many, and then get back into the Slayer grind, I guess. Sorry, I just called it a Slayer grind. I've been really enjoying it. It's definitely not a grind at all at the moment. So I've ended up with 464 Barrows tabs. I'm not exactly sure on how long that took. I would say it would have taken me anywhere between 2 and 3 hours maybe. Now, if you think about it, that's a fair bit of time. I could be doing Barrows in that time. However, it is nice to just be able to have the Barrows tabs, and it is more motivating to be able to just use a Barrows teleport in an instant click and be there, and it will just be so much nicer for the trips. I'll have full energy, full prayer. I can then use like a Clan Wars teleport with the Ring of Dueling, and it should be really exciting. And if you think about that, that's 464 Barrows chests. Like, in 464 Barrows chests, I don't even think I'll get through all of these. Like, I think I will make it to like another 100 chests or so, and then hopefully I'll have enough death runes or something. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes, but that's really awesome. Those are really neat, and it was fun trying them out. It was definitely worth trying. I'm not sure how efficient it was, but I definitely had fun anyway. So I'm going to go do some Barrows. Just before that, though, I'm going to check my Spirit Tree, because if I can teleport to a Spirit Tree, I can continue with my Master Clue Scroll, which would be so cool. The Spirit Tree is done. At first, I thought it looked really small and it wasn't finished growing yet, but Spirit Trees, I guess, are just quite small in comparison to the one at the Grand Exchange and, you know, other places in the game. But I can check that health. Wow, that is 19k XP. That's awesome. And now I have a Spirit Tree, and I can continue with the Master Clue. That is so freaking cool. In before I get some other ridiculous skill requirement. Here we go. So teleport to a Spirit Tree you planted yourself. Travel, and we have Brimhaven available. There we go. So that should be the master level challenge complete. Sherlock, don't let me down, please. Please don't let me down. Yes, coordinate clue should be absolutely fine. Oh shit. Get wrecked, mate. The Dragon Dagger is absolutely carving up. See you later. Wow, that was really easy. Oh, and we got a death rune drop as well from these ancient wizards. What is it going to be? The new clue! Show this to Sherlock. No! Be nice, Sherlock. Come on. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Mix arranging mix potion. Oh. I don't know about ranging mix potion. I can make ranging potions. Surely ranging mix isn't going to be that crazy. No! 80! I need 5 more herbal levels. Well, I'm not going to lie, that kind of sucks. I've got some herbs in the bank, but I don't know how many levels I can get from this. Currently fletching some broad bolts. This is just to try and kill some Kurask, because they drop a lot of herbal secondaries, namely the white berries and the limpet roots. And I figure I may as well kill some of these while I'm sort of semi-AFKing, watching some Deadman mode streams. And this way I can get those secondaries at the same time, and it's not too hard, doesn't take too long. And they also drop some payments, and just they have such useful rewards. I may as well kill some of them. I could go to the wildy. Anyway, that's 88 fletching, so that's pretty cool. Smashing out the fletching levels. I haven't actually trained it much for a while, but that would be really easy to level up further. Woo! That is the leaf-bladed battle axe. Sick. I don't even know how many of these I've killed, but that is very nice. I'm not actually sure what that's like, but I see other people using it here, so it's probably going to be better than the broad leaf-bladed sword, I guess. But I guess I'll have to look that up. Anyway, it's very nice to get that unique. 81 range has been achieved. This has been pretty good. It's actually taking me a little while to get these secondaries, but at the same time, I'm just sitting back watching streams. Just some nice supply gathering here. 518k as well. And I can't wait to see how many herbs I've got in the herb sack after I close up on killing all of these. Real quick update. I'm currently away on holiday using my laptop to play and record. Yes, I am currently playing Old School RuneScape on holiday. It is actually amazing. But that does mean I don't have my usual recording microphone, so I apologize in advance for my microphone quality, guys. I will be back with a better sounding microphone as soon as possible, but for now, I'm limited to this mic, and I'm also probably not going to be able to record any live commentary like I usually would, and I will instead be commentating over footage I've recorded. Once again, I'm really sorry about that, guys. In future, I will really try to be better prepared for moments such as this. So yeah, I killed Kurasks, which is absolutely awesome for secondary drops and other drops, although it did take a while. It probably could have been a bit faster to collect white berries from the wilderness, as I was primarily killing Kurasks for their noted white berry drops and the limpwort drops. Although, that said, the other drops probably make it worth it, not to mention a bit of XP along the way I'm not exactly sure how long it took. It probably took 2 to 3 hours. I'm not really exactly sure though, because I was mostly paying attention to some epic Dead Man mode streams at the same time as safe spotting them with range. The general goal of going Kirash was to get Herblore secondaries for 75 Herblore so that I could then continue with my Master Clue. And after completing that Master Clue, I could complete another which I had stored away with Watson and then continue with Barrows, get Death Runes, and continue with Slayer. It is a bit of a crazy tangent, but it would be awesome to complete Master Clue on my Ironman, and if I left the Master Clue and continued with Barrows and Slayer, I could be potentially missing out on other Master Clues. I was actually really surprised that I actually had enough herbs in my bank to get to 75 from level 70. Like, that is a fair bit of XP. Definitely part of that came from trying to do herb runs whenever I get the chance. However, I definitely had a lot of herbs from just doing Kingdom as well. Something that you can just keep going in the background and is just super handy to have. So I managed to get 75 Herblore and then used a +5 boost. I probably went through about 10 to 15 4-dose brown spice shakers to get that boost. But then I was able to make the ranging mix and continue with the clue, which was awesome. Following this, I was met with probably one of the worst master clues, if not the worst master clue you can receive as an Ironman. Now, that of course required a Bandos Godsword, Bandos Plate Body, and a Bandos Cloak. Those of you that have watched any of MMORPG's live streams, aka Curtis, will know that he spent absolutely ages hunting a Bandos Cloak. Now, I'm lucky enough to have the Bandos Plate Body, but I neither have the BGS or the Cloak, and there was no way it was going to be worth trying to get those items at my current combat stats, especially the BGS from Bandos God Wars. I may be able to get lucky and get a Cloak, but the BGS requires so much, definitely couldn't do that. So unfortunately, despite getting 78 farming for my Spirit Tree, waiting all of that time for it to grow, then getting 75 Herblore, I had to dispose of the Master Clue, which was a little crushing, and at the same time though, it is absolutely awesome to have those levels. And very fortunately, I had another Master Clue stored away with Watson, so I was able to try doing that immediately. Second clue in that new Master Clue asked me to go speak to Phalo the Bard, which was pretty scary. Fortunately, I was asked for one of the easy items required, which was the Barrel Chest Anchor from what I believe is the Great Brain Robbery quest. So that was really cool. And that then led me on to the third clue, which was to yawn in the 7th room of Pyramid Plunder and equip a Pharaoh's Scepter and a full set of Metaphyte robes. Now, to be honest, I was once again pretty disappointed to get another Master Clue that required a fairly unique item, this time the Pharaoh's Scepter. The Metaphyte robes, I found out after getting the clue, are not hard to get at all, especially after having done all the quests in the game already. The robes would be pretty easy to get, but the Pharaoh's Scepter is a pretty rare item to get from Pyramid Plunder. I believe it is a 1 in 1000 from a sarcophagus or the Grand Gold Chest, and that is only if you opened either of them and you don't have a Swarm of Scarabs or a Mummy Spawn. Additionally, I needed to get 81 Thieving to get into the 7th room of Pyramid Plunder, but after getting the previous Master Clue that required a Bandos Godsword, the Bandos Cloak, and the Bandos Plate Body, I decided I may as well try doing this clue. So my plan was to get 70 to 81 Thieving at Pyramid Plunder, and I would loot all of the Grand Gold chests and sarcophagus I could in every room I could access to give myself the best possible chance at a Pharaoh's Scepter. While I was there, I witnessed firsthand the mummy who you talked to start Pyramid Plunder coming into the room and announcing someone had obtained a Pharaoh's Scepter. So that certainly got my hopes up, because throughout all my time playing RuneScape, I've never once obtained a scepter myself or ever seen anyone else get one. Mind you, that said, I've never really done much Pyramid Plunder. Then, not long after, I once again managed to show off my ridiculous Ironman luck, and I obtained my very own Pharaoh's Scepter, which was absolutely crazy. The Pharaoh's Scepter is actually a pretty useful item for teleporting to begin with, but then to get it on the way to getting 81 Thieving for this Master Clue that requires the Pharaoh's Scepter is an absolute dream. Also managed to get it at level 73, almost 74 Thieving, having only done 70 to around 74 Thieving at Pyramid Plunder. So that doesn't seem like much XP at all to have gotten this scepter in, so I think I was pretty damn lucky to have gotten that. After that, all I needed to continue with my Master Clue was to get 81 Thieving. So I continued with Pyramid Plunder, which I figured I may as well do, as another use for the Pharaoh's Scepter, and the reason it is now around 7 or 8 mil, is that you need one to make an ancient altar in your player-owned house, which can then be used to change spellbook really easily between ancient spellbook and regular spellbook, which is absolutely something I really want to get in my player-owned house. But of course, I'll be keeping the current scepter that I received for my Master Clue, and I'll have to get a second one if I want to make an ancient altar. On the way to 81 Thieving, I watched another guy get a scepter right next to me, which is pretty cool. And then I'm not sure if this glitched and this was just a typo, but the mummy who announces a player getting a Pharaoh's Scepter announced it twice at the exact same time. So I'm fairly sure that that was just a bug. Otherwise, 2 people got a scepter at the exact same time, which is pretty damn lucky. I can't even believe that. I'm pretty sure that that was just a bug. So my Iron Man luck came through, and I was able to continue with the Master Clue.
Didn't have any troubles completing the clues that came after. One of them required a Black Mystic top and Black Mystic bottom, but I've saved those in my bank for Master Clues, which was awesome to have at the ready. I received 2 of the exact same clue in a row from the sacrifice at Zelandra, which was pretty awesome. This then led me to the final clue, which will also be the conclusion for this video, I'm afraid. I had to visit Sherlock, and I received a clue requiring me to smith a rune medhelm, requiring 88 smithing, that is 83 smithing with a 5+ boost. I'm level 70 smithing currently, so I will not be able to get that requirement this video. However, I'm definitely keen to continue with this master clue after all of the work that I've put into it, after all the work getting all the requirements previously in the previous episode. I'm always definitely going to have it finished near the start of next Iron Taskmaster episode, as it is the 7th step in the Master Clue, and Master Clues can only be between 5 and 8 steps long, so I'm fairly sure that after 83 smithing, I should be able to finally complete a Master Clue on my Iron Man and get like 100k in alcohols. But still, it would be awesome to be able to complete one. Anyway, that is it for this episode, guys. It has been absolutely crazy. I've made a ton of progress. These Master Clue skill requirements are helping me get towards skill requirements for achievement diaries as well, which is absolutely awesome. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next video.